Amazing, 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 beautiful people. We say that we'll always give you the information that you need to make sure that you're making the right decision. And it's always on how can we know unless someone explains to us. The best and the biggest show in East and Central Africa happening in 254. And the best host, Alan Hoy. And today we have one of the best and informed guests on the other side. And she'll just introduce herself. Then from the introduction, we'll get what we want to talk about today as we continue. Karibu sana, Nelly. Let me just introduce you with Nelly, and then you'll do the rest of the names.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you for the invite, and I'm happy to be here.
Karibu sana.
My beautiful name is Nelly Anyango Okelo.
Mhm.
I am a mother, and I am also a wife. Yes, so I am a counselor by profession, marriage counselor. So, so yes, I'm passionate about life. I'm one person who believes in positivity. I believe in calmness, and I believe in loving each other when we're still alive. So that's me.
I'm really impressed. I'm one person who believes in marriages, and my desire has always been to make marriages work or give ideas that can make marriages work. And we're just talking about, you're on a series of things to talk about marriage, and we've been asking ourselves questions. And the reason why we invited you, we just wanted to hear your view. You said you're a marriage counselor. Your views on who is a woman first, because things are messed around here. You know, there are women who are turning into men, we don't know. The men who are turning into women, we don't really know. So we need things to be differentiated in the way God would want them to be.
Yeah.
Then we talk about who is a man, what are the roles of a woman in marriage? Who is a woman, what are the roles of a woman in marriage?
Okay.
And what are the roles of a woman in a society at large? Yep.
I'm blessed to be called a woman. By the way, I love being a woman because, first of all, a woman is a nurturer. Generally, be it in marriage, be it in the society, a woman plays a very big role. Especially, let us start from marriage, then we go to the society.
Sure.
So even during creation, God created Adam, and he saw that Adam was lonely and couldn't do it by his own. Then now, from his rib, he created a woman to be a support system to him. So the beautiful part of a woman is all women are beautiful.
Sure.
There's a way, there's an aura on a woman that anytime you have a woman around you, you feel like there's some completion in you.
Sure.
The problem is at times men marry wrong because of their lustful desires. But when a man marries right, you get a woman who is rightfully yours. You'll enjoy the beautiful thing called marriage.
So what you're trying to say is there are wrong marriages.
Of course, there are wrong marriages. They are wrong marriages because the foundation was wrong. You get?
Yeah.
You can get married because you are pregnant. That's not a reason to get married, you know? You can get married because you are not financially capable. Now
So you want
want
someone
to,
who can help
yeah,
you.
so it's convenient for you to marry a rich person just for you to feel, you know what, your financial situation is sorted.
But that is what is happening at the moment.
That's what is happening, but it's not the right
And
thing.
not only to women, but even young boys, young men. Okay, let me call them young men. There are those young men who are looking for mamas because they're not financially stable. They're struggling. Maybe they're jobless. They're looking for someone who can solve their financial issues. You know, yeah, and you know what they come with, what they say they'll come up with. We don't need to mention it on the show.
Yeah, I know. But money is important in marriage, very important. It's an important key, but it can not be the only reason you are getting into the marriage. But it's an important thing to consider because a man needs to be responsible. He needs to have something called self-independence, emotionally, financially, and can provide for the family, you know, because you are the head of the family. You carry the vision of the family. So a visionless man has nothing to settle for. They settle for what's available. You know, they don't have the power to make choices. So that's why I tell you, money is very important in the aspect of marriage. So let us go back to the woman.
Sure.
Yeah. So I normally advise men should consider marrying a resourceful woman. A resourceful woman is a woman who is coming to build you and is there to support you. Support your dreams, support your vision, has a goal with you at the end of the day because you want to build a family with this woman. Marriage is like an institution. So the man is the head of the institution. So the manager you choose to run your institution will determine how progressive it's going to be. So women are nurturers. Women give birth to children. They nurture the children because even if you see when separation happens, most of the time we prefer that women go with the kids.
Sure.
Because women are attached to their children a lot more than
The fathers.
men, more than their fathers. They spend a lot of time in the mom's womb, and now when they come out, there's that attachment between a woman and the child.
Then there's that cultural view that okay, it's the role of women to raise up children. So Papa will always be off most of the time. Maybe he's working quite a distance, and Mama remains back home with the children nurturing them. Papa comes home once in a while, maybe once in a month or twice a year or thrice a year, depending to the nature of the work that he's doing. So I understand when you say women will children will tend to be more with the women more than the mothers more than the fathers.
True. Yeah. So that's it. That we are talking about healthy marriages. We're not talking about toxic marriages.
Sure.
So as we continue the conversation, let people realize that it's about the healthy marriages. So what I would say as well, the role of a woman in marriage is to, I don't know if we really, should I say that we nurture even the husbands we have?
But I hear most of women say they don't have time to, to grow up or groom up someone's child who is old, Yeah.
You will groom them. You will have to groom them. Talk to a married woman and they'll tell you. There are things, you see the men that now young ladies are admiring as married men. If they met them when they were young guys and looking for wives, they wouldn't have admired them.
That's very true. If you met me before I was married, you wouldn't have admired me.
Exactly.
I'm who I am because my wife
it takes the wisdom of a woman to nurture and raise a man to become a man that is respected in the society. By the way, the type of woman you marry also determines how people are going to treat you in the society. Remember, there's a woman who just talks, talk about everything. So you also need to keep secrets of your family as a woman.
Sure.
Because there are things you don't need to take outside there. You are the brand ambassador of your husband. So make sure you carry his flag in a positive way, in a good way, that the society is going to admire your man, give them, because you men have a lot of ego, Once it's messed up with like this, that's it for you people. So I believe women are nurturers. They also tell us that a way to a man's heart is the stomach.
I'll ask you a question on that.
Yes. So you also need to be ready to prepare food for your family. Be somebody who is welcoming, even to your relatives. Because even if I'm married to you, Alan, I'm married to your community as well. I'm married to you. I need to love your family despite everything, but I need to love them by extension, Yes.
That is beautiful. I'll ask you a question. You said a wife should be able to take care of the visitors and even the relatives and all that. But there is that the negative side of the relatives. You just recently married, maybe one month or 2 months in marriage. Then these people comes in like they're coming to stay. This is my brother's house. This is my brother's house. Like, how will you feel as a woman?
That entitlement is what is wrong. No matter how close you are with your husband, with your brother has chosen another lady to spend the rest of her life with, to start his own generation with. So we really need to know our boundaries as sisters-in-law. Know your boundaries in your brother's life. The fact that is your brother doesn't make my house your house. So when you come to your brother's house and make it your own house, then where do I belong as your wife? Where do I belong as your wife? Because we need to know the boundaries. I think the boundaries is what we don't set. And that is why we find ourselves in this mess. Yes, so
we need to set the boundaries and make everything work for them. So that is where a woman stands and says, this is my home. Because I think the Bible says a wise woman will always build her own house with her own 2 hands. And a foolish woman breaks her own house, her own home, like with the word home, with her own 2 hands. So this is where you as a woman stands and say, like we need to do this. Or should that be a role of a man to say, my brother, my sister, I know you love me, you guys love me so much, and I love you too, but this is the time I need to start up my own family. And I chose to start my own family with her. So you have to give us some little time, some time for us to get to understand each other and know each other better.
I think it's the husband's role. Because if you don't set the boundaries, then they're going to work on you. Remember, the wife is a stranger in this family. You're the person who welcomed your wife to your family. So it's you to make people respect your wife because on how you treat your wife. But you cannot show other people that you respect your wife. But you cannot respect your wife in private. But in outside there, you disrespect your wife because family conforms to how you treat the person close to you. If you go and introduce your wife as a thief, that is how people are going to look at her in your family because that is how you introduced her. So if you make her look useless in front of your siblings and in front of your mom, then your wife will forever feel useless and nobody will respect her, no matter how much you try doing your hula baloos. Yes. So it's you to set the standards and set the boundaries.
That's amazing. I think men who are listening to this and watching this, you now understand where should we come in when it gets to that level. We don't just let it happen on the other end, because again, if I let you speak, if you're my wife and I let you speak, I know my people will start hating you. Like, why are you sending us away from our father, from our brother's place and all that? But as a man, if I stand to defend you, they will see the need of them obeying whatever I'm telling them. So they will love my wife and love me, but they will also follow and maintain the boundaries that we've laid as a family.
Yeah, true.
Sure.
Yeah, true. Yep.
So another role of a woman?
Another role of a woman is to build a peaceful environment for everybody in the family. An environment where everybody can feel welcomed. I really feel that a place where, because I believe all men can achieve depending on the environment they're placed in, because they're like seeds. If you plant a seed in a garden, depending on the work you put on it, they're gonna yield, because the grounds can be dry. But are you pouring some water on your planted seed? Are you going there to kupalilia the seed? I believe all men are achievers depending on the environment that you put them, and all women can also be achievers depending on the support they get from the man. Now you see, when we come in as a support to you as a husband, but also you need to support us to realize who we are, because most women are struggling with identity. You get?
Sure.
They struggle with identity and even knowing their cliche when it comes to their career. I know men want to marry a wife. The career comes as a plus. But also it's good for you to be financially independent as a woman, but let it not make you feel like you don't need a man in your life. Because something funny about women, us, when we have the money, we feel like we don't need men.
Of course.
But when men have the money, they feel like they need more women. Yes. So that's the irony, you know? Yeah. There's ego that comes with money, be it on male or female. Yes.
So if you have your own money, you feel like I have everything I need. I don't think
exactly.
Men.
Yeah, you can even hear them at times on social media when they speak. They'll tell you, "Nearly me, I have everything. I don't need." Yes, Miss Independent. I have everything. Why do I need a man for? So that is why you'll find such attitude. You'll end up getting somebody younger than you, who is also going just to be there as a toy boy for sex, and that is why even some women are replacing men with dildos.
I wanted to come to that question, but it's okay you've mentioned it.
Yes.
Why should you say that you don't need a man or a man in your life or men in your life, but you're going for these things that we call dildos and all that? Why them?
You see, some decisions are made out of bitterness, but people come to realize themselves with time. You see, our past experiences determine what we say today. I'm going to be cautious with my words because of maybe I messed up with my words the other time, so I've learned from it. Everybody in life has gone through something, especially when it comes to love. Somebody hurt you at a given point in your life. So we just overcautious, we just become overcautious. And you know what, when I see this is red, is it really red? That's it. So when I don't want to commit to somebody, and also I think this thing of soul ties has made also women decide, you know what, why should I have multiple sex partners? Why don't I get the dildo?
Sex toys, yeah?
The sex toys to do the thing for me, And the dildo, it's you placing it whatever you want to place it. So the pleasure is different. It's like masturbation, Yeah. You get yourself, you ignite yourself and you feel good because you know where you want to be touched and you're touching it by yourself. Yeah.
And that's something that people should avoid because I think it has long-term consequences on the same, yeah?
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Some many women are not enjoying sex because of long time masturbating. Many women are not enjoying sex because of dildos. Because now, if you've been having sex with a tool that is not even an object, so this is a man. How will this man satisfy you at the end of the day? Now it because your pleasure, you've been giving yourself pleasure. Even though dildos are good when you agree as couple, you can try it as a couple. Many things happen. At times, you cannot even be able to make love to your wife because of sickness and everything else. So, at times, it's something, if you agree, the two of you, you can try it.
And
but
people ask a question: Is that godly?
It is not godly, yes. Definitely it's not godly. But let us be human. In as much as it's not godly, let us be also human,
Yeah, that's where people say, okay, it's okay for that. We can agree to use that or those things because of whatever circumstances that are written. But is it godly?
It's not godly. Definitely it's not godly.
Then why should they do it when it's not godly?
So, okay. I did not say people you do it, but it's something that can be advised to be used. Especially that is, let me tell you, when you're getting married, go for counseling.
Sure.
Actually, it's advised go for 7 times. Go to as a couple 7 times before you make the commitment. Know if you're sexually compatible with the person you're marrying, because at times you marry a man with a very high libido, and they get into marriage and they realize that, you know what, this is not exactly, this one doesn't reach where I reach, So a man is torn. Now he wants to go and fulfill his sexual desires. So he'll have to go and look outside. And even women, there are women with high libido. So get to know, are you sexually compatible with the person you are going to spend your forever with?
I told you it's getting hot, and these are real talks, real life issues that are affecting us that people don't want to talk about. We will talk about them here to help you understand how to go about the issue of marriage. So if you have any question, just put it on the comment section and let us know what is that situation you're going through and how would you like us to come through and help you. She said she's a marriage counselor. She will leave her number. I have her number. Anyone wants to talk to her, you can come to me. I'll give you the number. I'll connect you. I'll connect you. How much do you charge before we continue? How much do you charge?
No, that's private, because I don't do it privately because I'm employed somewhere. So it will be conflict of interest.
With the boss. It's okay. She said tunazitangaje. Okay, it's a side hustle for her. So you talk to her, she'll talk to you.
My side hustle is I'm a fishmonger. I sell fish.
Where?
In Nairobi.
Which part of Nairobi? Nairobi
Garden City. I sell fish, yes.
Mabazi wangu wa pale Thika Road. Tafadhali promoter.
Yes.
Na siku moja tutaenda kufanya show huko kwake tukikula fish.
Kabisa.
Yes. Yeah, so that is the thing. Now, what are the roles of women in a society?
Well, women are leaders. I believe that women can be better leaders than men.
Convince me on that.
Oh yeah, because we are mothers. We raise children. So yeah, if we can raise a family, why don't we lead a society?
You can.
Yeah, we can. I'm really waiting for the time that women will come out here and go for the political seats. I really love seeing women in the parliament, arguing and everything else. Like this lady called Bensouda, I love her. Yeah. I love women who can articulate issues that are affecting the society. Yeah. So also a role of a woman is a mirror. Is a mirror in the society. There are things that when we do, there's just a way the society will look at you, So we are a mirror for our children and the coming generation. Yes. A woman is a mother to the nation. I'm a mother of one biologically, but I believe I'm a mother of many, So it is important for a woman to have a kind heart and a warm welcome, that when people come to you, they feel like they're warm. It is very important, but people take that for granted. Yeah.
Okay, how do people take that for granted?
You can find somebody who is a woman. Let me give you an example. Like on TikTok,
Sure.
I have my wall on TikTok, and we have people who have their different walls, So you can find that somebody's wall, like now I see people doing even masturbation on TikTok and everything else, promoting it, there's somebody who's listening to you. There's a boy listening to you. There's a teenager listening to you. So when they get the affirmation from a woman doing the bad things, now they feel like, you know what, this is how I'm supposed to be. So we are in the digital world where our kids, we are no longer the role models of our children, but they get a lot of teachings from the social media, from the digital platforms.
Sure.
So when you go there as a woman, you really need to think of your kids first, because remember, your child might not be listening to you, what you're saying, but she is busy listening to somebody else who is also misleading
them,
the child, So as a woman, it's important for you to have that kind heart and be kind to all children, because once you're a mother to everyone. Yeah.
So that means that treating the society as your own.
Yeah.
Treating someone's children as your own, because whether you like it or not, you're a woman, and
you're a woman, whether you like it or not.
Yes,
yeah.
You have children, and your children come of age, and they'll probably get someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the person you treated wrongly when becomes the son-in-law or daughter-in-law to you, one or the other.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's for them, okay, it's for us, it's our role as human beings to be good to the people around us in our communities. As you said, we be kind. Kindness means sometimes opening a door for them when they need help from you.
Mm-hmm.
Protecting them when they need the protection.
Yep.
Not avoiding to teach them when the teachings are needed.
Oh, sure.
And not even sparing them when the correction is needed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that has to go from one generation to another.
Yeah, and I really miss how we were raised, because I remember my mom had friends. My mom was a teacher by profession.
And you look like a teacher.
And also a politician, though. So my mom, most of the time she was busy running up and down on errands, because of politics and everything. So the friends of my mom, until today, those children, their children, they died. Both of them died. Even the friends of my mom, most of them died. But you could not mess up, because Mama Nani is there watching over you. But you see, nowadays, we've become so selfish with our children, We believe that the society is so cruel, which is true, it's cruel. So we tend to hold our kids so much that we don't want anybody to correct our children. But I believe the kids belong to the society. And to me, as a woman, success is when all the titles are dropped. What home did you build for yourself to go back and retire? Is there a door to welcome you back? It doesn't need to be a physical home, but is there anybody welcoming you back home? And when you retire, now when all the titles, let us say Dr. Nelly, Dr. Who, engineer, somebody, when all the titles are gone, now you're tired and you're going to retire. Did you raise a generation that is going to be productive in the society? I know children are influenced by the characters of other people, but the foundation you laid for your kids will really determine how successful and how productive they are going to be in the society. And so that's the role of a woman.
And again, the foundation you laid with your children also determine whether they will be influenced with whoever is influencing them or not.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And do your kids even believe in you? Do you know their parents that their kids don't believe in them?
Why? Why don't the kids believe into the parents?
I'll give you a simple example. When your kid is growing up, you keep promising, tomorrow I'm bringing you a lollipop. You don't deliver the lollipop. Then when he starts crying for it, you now cane the kid, The kid, acha tabia mbaya, unaniaibisha aje. So the kid grows up knowing very well it's okay to lie. You can get away with the lies. If mommy is lying to me about a lollipop, then that's okay. So it's the simple things that people take for granted that really come in future. They really conform to kids' mind, and then they now become those people. So they don't trust you, because you said you're going to bring, you didn't deliver. So be very careful when giving promises to kids, because they hold them. Yes.
Nelly, there are those hard questions that children will ask in marriages.
Like which one?
Mama, nani amepata mtoto? Okay, nani amepata mtoto pale? There's the normal thing yenye wasana nasemanga amenunua kwa supermarket. Like they have seen things outside, and then they come back to the house and they ask you. Most of the time, parents don't tell them the truth. They like
But, okay, it depends with the age.
Sure.
You cannot lie to a 10-year-old kid that you bought a kid in the supermarket. Because now remember, they're also playing with boys outside there, Cindy. Kids are gotten in the supermarket, so we can start having sex. Cha mama cha baba is going on, and it's happening.
Sure.
So you're lying to them, and you still have free Wi-Fi in your house. They have their phones. They will go to TikTok. They will hear us talking about sex. They will hear us talking about these things, and now they want to experiment. Kids don't come like this. So let me try this sex that mommy is not telling me, so that I know how it tastes. So it is important for us to talk to them and tell them the truth. Don't tell them kids come from the supermarket. Yes. Now it depends on the relationship you have with your child, and also how quick, you understand your child.
Sure.
You see their brain develop.
Yeah.
So how fast is their brain developing, so that you have such conversations with them.
So it's something that it all depends with the timing.
Yeah, it depends with the timing and how you've raised your kid, and also the environment you're raising your kids in. Because when you're raising your kids in a slum, you really need to be very careful. Because the people who introduce our children to sex, early sex, are familiar people. They're not strangers, So don't raise your kids under the watch of a house girl all the time. Like, boys are being molested, but nobody's talking about it. Girls got empowered and people forgot about the boys. Now we left the boys to fight for themselves.
Talking about girl empowerment, girl child empowerment. Personally, I felt like sometimes we miss the mark. Because if the boy is the one who has a problem with the girl, there is no need of empowering a girl. There is a need of empowering a man to understand and respect women. Because kama mtu inatokea hapa, si ndio? Then this is the source that comes to destroy our homes over here. We should find a solution of taming this river, not to bring more water and destroy our crops, our houses, and all that, instead of raising our houses high, because the river can still go.
I think you did not get the meaning of female empowerment. Women empowerment is a good thing, and I still support it until today. But the problem is, are our men taught how to stay with an empowered woman? That is the missing link. Because there are men who are used to that woman who stays in the house, that woman who washes. A housewife, So now the woman is also sitting in boardrooms with you. You understand? She comes home, she's also tired. But kitambo, now the women used to be trained to become good housewives to their husbands. Now we want to be a wife, and also I'm a career woman. I'm also raising our kids. You see? So is my man fitting in this shoe to come, protect, provide? And they say there are 3 P's: provide, protection, and penetration. Are you doing it? Yes. So I think men just felt left out, because men empowerment is something that I don't think it's coming anytime soon. So you really need to step up your shoe and know that now women are empowered. Women can express themselves, and they can make their own decisions. So living with an empowered woman is not easy, especially when you find an alpha female woman. It's not easy, but you have to now step up your shoe and choose what you really really works for you. Because some of you men admire alpha female women, but can you take what comes with it?
From a distance, yes, but not at a close proximity. They can admire you from a distance, but when you move closer to them and you're with them for the first, second, third, and fourth month, 1 year, it's like, it's getting tougher here. We need to do something else and find another option on what you're going to do. So what you're trying to say is, guys, the world is really changing.
Yeah, and, true.
As much as it changes, also we also need to, not accept all the changes, because not all the changes are good, but accept that which is good and try to work with it.
Sure.
Because when we talk about women empowerment, even women have taken the women empowerment in a wrong way.
Yeah, true.
There are some women who are using women empowerment to overdo each and everything that
exactly
is in the community, and even overdo what the Bible says how much you do and all that. And it comes to that point when I say, I have money, I don't need a man.
I don't need a man. Yeah, sure.
I can have a dog. Okay, sex.
But you see now what is funny about this? You say you have money, you don't need a man, but in the back you're having sex.
Now that's the main problem here. There are things that we cannot, unless Paul talks, unless God has made you in a way that you don't need men completely, that will be understood. But as long as your body needs, Paul says instead of us burning in passion, we should do what? We should get married.
Yeah, true.
And then
true.
Getting married, that means biblically means getting a man. I know most people might not be Christians here, but again, how will that dog help you? How will that sex toy help you? One or the other? It's really, really disgusting. And again, taking away your dignity as a woman. I know if we get to that, people say, but that's the truth, and we don't share from speaking the truth. Whether you stone us or not, we use those stones to construct our houses and make ourselves better in each and everything. So I think it's very much critical for women to also understand what is about women empowerment. It's not all about you sitting on the heads of men and trying to dictate everything around you. And as you said, I think women can make good leaders. But I want to ask you another question.
Yes.
Do you think women can make good pastors? I know I should not be asking you this question. I should be asking a female pastor, but from your point of view.
But if we are leaders, why not pastors? Because a pastor is also a leader. Yes. You can lead your flock. Yeah.
So you're good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with it. But me personally, I don't think that's my line. I don't think that's my line.
Why?
Because I don't like the way pastors are seen. You know, there's a way that they're seen that the society wants them to conform to their views. You know, you can't express yourself. You know, we are in a place where pastors are not even supposed to have sex. Yes. Yeah. I'm telling you the truth. That's how the society looks at pastors. But I respect them. I respect their calling. I respect what they do. I respect everything about them. But me, pastor is not my calling. Yes.
Okay. That's very interesting. You know, as I said, guys, it will get hot and hotter even as we continue to do. Whatever we're doing is just dealing with the real life issues that are affecting us in our communities. People can be afraid of talking about them, but we need to address them. We need to address them. Now, an empowered woman who has a job and he has a family that she needs to take care of, how do they balance both? You're working, yeah? And you're married.
Yes.
How do you balance all these things?
Let me tell you, women are blessed. If you've never known, a woman can be cooking chapati, breastfeeding a kid, attending to the husband, and following her soap opera on TV at the same time. And there's nothing that is going to go wrong.
How?
Because we can multitask. You people can't. You can't do that. Yes.
But I can talk, drink. I'm on my phone.
Yeah. Go cook chapati. Right now, I can be having my child there breastfeeding. You know, I'm cooking my chapati. I'm still having I'm watching my soap opera on the TV and I'm following. We can multitask. We can do a lot of things. But man, the way you're geared, you're focused on what you're doing. You know, you have vision, people. When you want to do this, that is what you focus on and you put your energy on it. But a woman would do a lot of things. Remember, she goes to work. She still comes home to become your wife. She prepares your food. She makes sure your kids are good, are clean. She makes sure you're clean as well and still submissive to you at night. But wewe ile safari umetoka tu ile moja ukakuja umechoka umebanjore, yani hata kuona news lazima uwekewe mguju. You know?
Viatu lazima
hata kutoa socks lazima utolewe socks. Na sisi nani natolea tabra? Who does that for us?
Major.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a joke. Okay, so I understand. Women, men. Someone told me, you know, if you have vision, if you're a man with a vision and you need whatever you want to grow, entrust that vision to a woman. They're very good incubators, and they're very good in terms of multiplication.
True.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah. Anything you give a woman, they'll multiply it. If you give your woman peace, you're going to have multiple of peace. If you give a wahala, you're going to have wahala. You see, we talk of men cheating. Do you know women are smarter in this game than men? And a woman can cheat on you for a lifetime, and we will never even know that she's cheating on you.
But there are also men who are smart in that.
Women are DCIs, I'm a CIDs, you know, they will know. They might not talk about it, but they know that you're cheating. They might not confront you, but they know.
How?
We will not tell you how we know. You know your man.
But you need to tell them. You need to tell them to understand.
No.
Men should
I'm not
understand
telling
this.
them. No, let them go and study their wife. Women know that you're cheating, but they're just keeping quiet because they don't want issues. And some of them are keeping quiet because they don't want to lose those men, you know? Yes, but they know. Most of them know. A few percentage might not know, but most of the women know that you're cheating.
And they decide to cheat too.
I don't think they decide to cheat too. But if a woman decides to revenge, you will sit down with a paper and take notes and learn something from them. Because you know they strategize their move. And you see, when a woman leaves the husband that she married out of love and goes outside to spread her legs to another man, that woman is no longer in love with you. So women don't cheat, they move on. But physically, they are present because they don't want to lose their marriage. Women like pleasing the society. Now they want to be identified as married, but deep inside, they are no longer in love with you. Now they're just giving you their body because it's a responsibility and not because they want to. Yeah.
If they had a choice, they'll say no.
They would say no. Yeah.
And they will go.
Yeah, that is where you'll hear men saying, you know what, it's always me who initiates, you know? Yeah. And you can do anything to a woman, but never joke or stay with a tired woman. A woman who is tired, they are dead. But they're dead. To them, you're dead. Yeah.
So what's your advice to women living in marriages? Okay, cheating marriages.
I don't support cheating because cheating is a choice that an adults make. If you know you have a problem with your wife, talk with your wife. The problem is many marriages people don't communicate. The only time they communicate is during their conjugal whatever rights, you know. They don't communicate. They're not friends, you know. So marry your wife. Build friendship between you and your spouse. Make sure you talk every day. Find activities that bring you together all the time, you know. Share a meal together. You can even pray together. Find activities that will always make you bond together. So as a woman, when God has blessed you with a marriage, remember the success of that marriage depends on you. There's a Proverbs 31 woman, but that's a big topic that I don't want to talk about today. So go into marriage with no expectations. Go there to give it your all. There's nothing like 50-50 in marriage. Go into your marriage to give it 100%. Your husband brings 100%. And now you sit down and create and nurture your marriage. There's no perfect marriage. That your partner is just a perfect match for you. So give it your all. And also remember to put God in it. The foundation is what really determines the strength of the house. Involve God in the beginning and walk with God through it all. Yes.
That is the encouragement that's being given to women. Talk about cheating husbands.
You know, cheating husbands. Most men cheat because of lack of identity. Most men cheat because of their ego. They feel like having many women is a sign of pride. Like my community people, Yeah. Those ones will cheat on you and you'll never know they're cheating on you, you know? So if you are cheating, just remember you made a choice to marry one woman. If you want, I normally respect men who come out loud and say they're polygamous and treat all these women the same way than a man who is lying to himself that is keeping one wife, but outside there he has a lot of concubines. I don't support that. So if you are a cheating man, you just cheat in peace, but don't come back home and confess to your wife that you cheated. Because we are human beings, we will judge you.
But women will always say, you better tell me the truth. If you're cheating, tell me you're cheating. If you have
Let me tell you,
have someone else on the
there are truths that are better kept and dug
in the grave.
The grave when it comes to marriage. Some truths are not healthy for even your mental health as a woman or even as a husband. So decide which truth you want to share with your spouse. You cannot come and tell me openly that, you know what, I cheated on you. Really?
I'll be like, I'm so sorry, you know what? Let me confess. Nilipitia mali nikafanya hivi na hivi na hivi. Like, in my heart, it's like I'm so true. Like, I'm trying to, to get myself known to you and what I've done and all that.
No, cheat. You just cheat because you made a choice to cheat, and we cannot deny you that chance of cheating. Because if you did not want to cheat, if you really valued what we had, if there was a problem in our sex life, we would have communicated about it. If there's a problem in my attitude, what happened to our friendship between me and you? What happened to talking to a counselor? If you've already replaced me by somebody else, then now you're coming back to me for me to what? To try and sanitize what you did and make you look good again. Own your cheating and walk with it in pride, but don't come back at home and confess to your wife, because human beings will judge you. It is only God who has the power to know intentions. Us, we will judge you based on what you tell us.
And you'll keep it in your heart.
Yeah, oh yes.
Forgiving it's not easy.
We forgive, but we don't forget. And you can even ask married men who once cheated and confessed to their wife, even if they're staying together, their sex life is no longer the same. Yeah, there's just something that is amiss.
So men, you heard that. There are things you should keep. Not even men, even women. You should not confess it to your husband.
True.
If you've cheated on them. You should hurt them more and more. Yeah, so you rather keep quiet about it.
Kwanza for women, don't even try.
Utafukuzwa.
Don't even come back and tell a man that I cheated on you. You will be killed though.
Ng'ombe zilipelekwa kwenu zitarudishwa the next day.
Exactly. Men are very jealous than women.
They'll come the next day. So just be cautious and be smart. Not really smart. Be godly in what you're doing. Always know this. You need to understand this. If I do something wrong, I'm hurting my partner. And the also partner should also understand if she's doing something wrong, she'll be hurting you. And because we are friends and want to be together for the rest of our lives, why can't we just do what makes my partner happy as God guides? You said the foundation is God. And let God take us through it all up to the end. The Bible speaks of, it's only death that can separate those that God have put together. Yep. So keep your man, keep your wife, and always make sure that you're doing the right thing. And I just talked about the roles of women. Can we relate to that, or it's something that is just off our mind?
Yeah, and just to conclude, let me not finish that. I've finished all the roles because there are so many.
Sure.
So anybody with a different opinion can also comment on your down below. We learn from each other. We learn to unlearn. You cannot say that you know it all. We are here to learn and learn from experiences, learn also from reading books, and learn from the society. So it's a learning journey. It's a digital world. Let us learn to unlearn.
And because, by the way, in every community, the roles will change from one community to another,
very
depending
true.
to where you are and all that. And what she said is very key. Maybe you can let us know what are some of the roles of women in your community, where you come from, and how do you guys do it? And would you like us to talk about it? If yes, then let us know. And you'll be invited to the third seat over here, and we'll get to talk about it.
Yes, sure.
And for now, I told you guys, it will get better and better, hotter and hotter. Some things there are things that will be talked over here that you're not comfortable hearing, but it will be the very, very, very things that are affecting you, because maybe you feel you should not talk about them, but we'll talk about them because we want marriages to stick together. The only thing that can separate you, let it be death. Not from your partner, but natural death.
Yeah, true.
Yes. We're not talking about gender-based violence and intimate partner violence. No. Let that death be a natural death that God planned for you and all that. Keep on subscribing, hit the notification bell, and make sure that you're getting each and every podcast that we upload. Be informed. And if there is any question, the comment section is there. You can put it over there. Thank you so much. Until next time we meet, same place, same time.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you so much. It's an honor, by the way. Nice meeting you. We met on TikTok, but you know what? I wish you all the best. I like your wisdom, by the way. The way you approach issues as a man really amazes me. And thank you for hosting me today. Hope to see you again another day.
I love the wisdom in her. And guys, please follow her on Instagram. It's Nelly Noel. Yeah?
Nelly Noel everywhere.
Nelly Noel. And TikTok is Nelly Noel.
Nelly Noel 15.
Nelly Noel 15 too. And anakuanga na live zingine mzuri. Guys, you need to find out on her and follow her. Log into those lives, comment and ask your questions there. utatupata huko bado tukiongea hii mambo.
Yes, yes. Na mukumbuke 2027 I want to run for a seat called the Women Rep.
Nairobi County?
Oh yes, Nairobi County. Why not?
You have my vote.
Thank you.
Yes, we'll see.
Yes.
Yeah, you have my vote already, and you have my wife's vote. So we have the women rep Nairobi County 2027. What a blessing.
Yes.
Guys,